Listen carefully. Not everyone needs to know your vision. In fact, most people don't deserve to hear it because the moment you speak it out loud, you invite opinions, you invite doubt, you invite negativity, disguised as advice. They'll tell you it's impossible, that you're dreaming too big, that you should settle for something smaller, safer, something that fits inside their tiny box of what's realistic. And here's the truth. Most people don't want to see you win. Not because they hate you, but because your ambition reminds them of their own failure to take action. Your courage to chase your dreams forces them to confront the fact that they gave up on theirs. It's easier for them to tell you it can't be done than to admit that they were too scared to try. So they'll plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They'll question your ability, your intelligence, your worth. And if you listen to them, if you let their voices become louder than your own, you will start to believe them. That's how dreams die, not because they're impossible, but because people let small minds convince them to think small. But you're not here to think small. You're not here to live an average life. You're here to build something great. So stop looking for approval. Stop explaining yourself. Stop expecting people to understand. They don't need to see your vision. Let them see your results. When you tell people your vision, you expect support. But what do you actually get? Skepticism. Are you sure you can do that? Doubt. That sounds risky. Maybe you should try something safer. Jealousy disguised as advice. It's going to be really hard. What if you fail? They don't see your fire, they don't see your grind. All they see is their own limitations, and they try to put those limits on you. Understand this. You don't need validation, you don't need approval, you don't need permission. Because the greatest achievers in history didn't ask for opinions, they didn't seek permission. They put their heads down and worked. You will face resistance. You will face days when you doubt yourself, when the world feels like it's against you, when nothing seems to be working. But remember this, every great success story started with struggle. Every champion has faced defeat. Every millionaire has seen failure. Every visionary has been laughed at. There was a time when people said flight was impossible. Yet the Wright brothers didn't stop. There was a time when people thought electric light was a fantasy. Yet Edison kept going. There was a time when people laughed at the idea of changing the world through technology. Yet Jobs built Apple anyway. They didn't share their dreams with people who would tear them down. They worked in silence. They built in the dark. And when they succeeded, the world had no choice but to watch. That's how you prove them wrong. You don't need to announce your goals. You don't need to explain your moves. Let your work do the talking, because talk is music, cheap. People love to talk about what they're going to do, but how many actually do it? How many actually put in the work? Most people want applause before they've even taken the first step. They want recognition before they've earned results. But that's not how greatness is built. They don't need to see the process. Let them see the results. While they're doubting, you're working. While they're talking, you're building. While they're laughing, you're grinding. While they're waiting for you to fail, you're preparing to win. Why? And when you finally rise, they'll act surprised. They'll say, "I always knew you could do it," but deep down they'll remember the doubt, the criticism, the moments they didn't believe in you. They'll remember the times they dismissed you, the times they told you it wouldn't work, the times they thought you were wasting your time. And that's the sweetest revenge, not proving them wrong with words, not arguing, not wasting energy, trying to convince them, just winning, so undeniably that they have no choice but to respect you. That's the power of silence. That's the power of focus. That's the power of letting success speak for itself. So keep moving, keep grinding, keep proving them wrong without ever saying a word. So stop explaining, stop justifying, stop waiting for approval. The world doesn't owe you understanding. It doesn't owe you recognition, and it certainly doesn't owe you an easy path. This is your vision, your journey, your success. The people who doubt you, let them. The ones who don't believe in you, ignore them. The voices telling you to quit, silence them with action. Keep your head down. Put in the work. Stay silent. Stay focused. Because while they're busy watching, questioning, and criticizing, you'll be busy building. You'll be busy winning. And when the time comes, when you've climbed the mountain, when you've turned the impossible into reality, let them watch. Let them see what happens when someone refuses to quit. Let them see what relentless effort looks like. Let them see what happens when you bet on yourself. Because the best way to respond to doubt is with results. Not with words, not with explanations, with success. Now go work building, prove them wrong. And when you do, don't even say a word.